factor minus 6x squared minus 5xy minus 5xy plus 4y squared. Okay, so factor minus 6x squared minus 5xy plus 4y squared. Okay, so in this case, there is common factor? No. There is common factor? You see in numbers common factor? Here or here? No. And in variables? X squared x, nothing here. Y squared, nothing here. So I cannot take common factor. Type, what is the coefficients here? If remember this polynomial or trinomial has a coefficient of x squared, which is a, b, c. So a is minus 6, b is minus 5, and c is 4. Is a equal 1? No. No. So in this case, when you find two numbers, you consider also the a. So find two numbers. Find two numbers. Okay. Also m and n, so that when you multiply them, m times n, not only c, but ac, minus 6 times 4. Minus 6 times 4, which is minus 24. When you multiply them, you get minus 24. They can be minus 6 and 4, or they can be something else. You don't have to be exactly like this. Okay? Any two numbers, when you multiply them, you get not only the c. Okay, remember this is a. Okay, this is a, and this is b, and this is c. The numbers, not the variable, only the numbers. Minus 6, minus 5, and 4. So when you multiply them, you get ac. When you multiply these two numbers, you get ac, which is minus 24. And when you add them, still like before, when you add them, you get what? The b. What is b? Minus 5. So that's our job, to find two numbers. When you multiply them, you get ac. When you add them, you get b. So what are these two numbers? Can anyone find that quickly? Minus 7 and 3. When you multiply them, 7 times 3 give you 24? No, give you 21. 8 and 3. When you multiply them, you get what? 24? Oh, when you add them, okay. Which one positive? Which one negative?
Minus 8.
Minus 8, exactly. Minus 8 times 3. Very good. So that's minus 8 and 3. So you can come up with it quickly if you think about it. If you couldn't, then again you have to make a small table of all the possibilities. The 24 come from what? Come from 24 times 1 or 2 times 12, right? Okay, make a small table like this, okay? Or 3 times what?
4.
No, 3 times 8, okay? Or 4 times 6. Khalas, any other possibilities? That's it. 6 times 4 khalas becomes repeated. So that's it. These are all the possibilities. Now, which ones when you add, you're going to get, of course, one will be positive and one will be negative. Keep in mind that one will be positive, one will be negative. Which ones when you add, you're going to get minus 5. When you add these, one of them positive, one negative. When you add, you get minus 5? No. When you add, you get minus 5, even if one positive, one negative? No. When you add here, you get minus 5? Yes. This will happen when there is a negative here. So that's it. This is what I'm looking for. So I got the numbers. I got the numbers. So you can say m equal to minus 8 and n equal to 3. It doesn't matter the order. One of them is minus 8, one of them is 3. That's it. Khalas? So these are the two numbers. Once you find the two numbers, then you can also write them in the answer in a way very similar to the first case of the trinomial when a is equal to 1. Okay? So how are we going to write them in the answer? So the first step here, is to find the two numbers. Okay? And the second step is to write them in a proper format. Okay, so what is the proper format? It will be x minus, or actually plus m, x plus n. That's what you're used to, isn't it, right? Okay, that's what you're used to. And also, if there is y here. See this y here power? The x power decreasing, x squared x, and then there is no more x's, and then the y does not exist here, and then exists one time, and then y squared here. Right, so you can also consider that you have the y, so you be careful. So in this case, you're going to write also the y as part of the answer. Okay, so this is going to be my, and it's going to be ny, isn't it? Right, just like what we did before. And the extra part here is that because a is not equal to 1, then there is another component here that you have to pay attention to. Okay, which is the A should be here, and the A should be here, and also you should have 1 over A, you know, like this. Or you're dividing everything by A. You can write it like this, or you can also divide. Sorry, you can write it. You can write it down if you want. Or you can write it like this, the A down. Okay. Anyway, that's a new format. That's a new format. Okay. We lost the Y for some reason. Okay, so that's the rule. That's the rule. I don't know if you like this shape or the other one better, but anyway, that's the rule. So you have to memorize this kind of shape here for the final answer. So you can write it like this. Okay, I'll just write it again in another way, which is ax plus my, and ax plus ny, and there's 1 over a in the beginning. So let us put m now in the answer. What is a anyway? What was a in the beginning?
-6.
It was -6, right? A here is -6. You can just put that. Okay. So that's -6 everywhere, and we just put -6 everywhere. So 1 over -6, and I have here -6x, and m is one of the two numbers that you choose, right? Which is -8 and 3, isn't it? So it will be -8, and the other one, y of course, -6x, and it will be plus 3y. Okay, this is one of the, you know, big problems, because you have everything. You have x and y, you have a is a number, it's also negative. So the problem cannot be harder than this. Usually the question is easier than this. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. Now, once you apply this rule here, it's not it. You actually still have to take a common factor whenever possible to remove this -6 here. So there's a common factor between these two. What is it? -6 and -8. What's the common factor? 2. Yeah, 2. You just take a 2 here, common factor. This becomes -3. Why don't you take a minus as well? Okay, -2. So it becomes a 3 here. X plus 4y. How about here? Do you see common factor? There's a common factor here. 3, exactly. There's 3. So I can take also a common factor, which is 3. So that will become here, I'll just go at the common factor first, which is 3. And then I have -2x, and then plus y. And then remember, you still have the -6 down, and this -6 actually now will be cancelled with the 3 times -2, because 3 times -2 is already -6. And that's always happen that you cancel this up with this down. And finally, now you can write the answer clearly. It is 3x plus 4y times -2x plus y. Okay. Or sometimes people don't like to have one of the x's, you know, coefficient negative, so you like the minus outside, so it will become a minus outside, and then the 3x plus 4y. Okay. 4y. And then I actually took the minus. I took this minus common factor from these two, so that's why that becomes here 2x minus y. When you take a minus common factor, everything changes. So I took this minus from here, but I cannot take it from this term only. I have to take it from the two terms, because it's common factor for these two. So when you take a minus common factor from these two, the minus will come out, and it has to come out from here also. So how to come out from here if it's already positive? Or just change. So when you take a minus common factor, this will change, negative become positive, and this will change, positive become negative. And I took this minus, put it outside. Anyway, if you write it like that, that's good enough. Okay, but also this is also correct. Okay. Okay, so if you look at this again, it's 2 steps. The first step is to look for the two numbers. We make small table here to find the two numbers, m times n equal to AC, and m plus n equal to b. And once you find these two numbers, you write this rule or this rule, whatever looks better for you. Maybe usually this is the one that usually looks better. It's the same thing. And once you write the answer in the rule, you should simplify by taking the common factors here. The common factors here and here. And these common factors will cancel the 6 down. And that should be the answer at the end. Okay?